disappear thinking your silence will thunder like a storm in her mind. You wait for a text, a call, a sign of regret. But she doesn't look for you. She keeps posting smiles, going to parties, living as if you never existed. Maybe she even seems happier. And you sit there staring at a blank screen, heart heavy as stone. You thought you were in control, but in truth, you've been left behind. And your silence doesn't haunt her, it only weakens you. This is the pain men rarely admit. You think you're playing some psychological game, but really, you're just sitting in the dark, trembling, hoping someone else will switch on the light. Instead of making her miss you, you're only proving you've got nothing left but waiting. Seneca was right. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. You're not hurting because of her. You're hurting because of the illusion that silence will force her to come back. And that illusion is killing you day by day. The brutal truth is this: she's already certain about leaving, and your silence only strengthens her decision. So the question is, will you keep dying slowly in hope? Or will you turn silence into the discipline that rebirths you? In the next few minutes, I'll show you the difference between weak silence and stoic silence. The kind that makes you irreplaceable. Comment one word "victory" to remind yourself that silence is not a game. Silence is survival. 1. The mistake men always make. Most men, once abandoned all, reach for the same strategy. No more texts, no more calls. I'll go silent, then she'll remember me. It sounds clever, but in reality, it's like sitting in a chess match, dropping your pieces and hoping the opponent panics. Take Kevin, for example. After his girlfriend left, he swore to his buddies, "Don't worry, I'll play the silence card. She'll come back." The result? Sure, Kevin didn't text, didn't call, but every night he lay clutching his phone, refreshing her Instagram story 15 times an hour, zooming into photos to check for some man's arm in the frame, rereading old texts like scripture. That isn't silence, that's obsession in the dark. And women sense that smell quicker than you think. Research from the University of Chicago shows women read hidden emotion in faces and voices up to 30% more accurately than men. Meaning, you can keep a stone face, but the hunger in your eyes leaks through. You can stop sending messages, but the energy of "I'm still waiting for you" radiates, and women pick it up. This isn't magic. It's evolution. For thousands of years, women had to detect which men were genuinely stable and which were only pretending for survival. Seneca said it best: we suffer more in imagination than in reality. That was Kevin's trap. He imagined his silence was a dagger, when in reality it was just a feeble pause. His pain wasn't because she truly didn't miss him. His pain was the movie in his head: if I vanish, she'll go crazy. That movie never premiered, but it was enough to kill his self-respect. Here's the deadly mistake: men believe women respond to the action of not texting, not calling. But women don't care what you do or don't do. They care about the energy you carry. A man who has truly let go radiates differently. He's focused, he's moving forward, he's unpredictable. A man only pretending to let go leaks neediness everywhere. And women read that immediately as disguised weakness. The result, instead of unsettling her, you only convince her leaving was right. Fake silence doesn't create attraction. It just confirms you were never strong enough to keep her respect. Picture yourself in a movie theater. The screen goes black. No sound, no image. Do you feel mystery or just boredom? That's Kevin's silence, an empty void. No content, no change. To a woman, it's like switching on a TV that only shows static. Who waits around for that? No one. So let me ask you bluntly, do you think you're projecting powerful silence? Or are you just cosplaying as a security camera watching someone else's life from the dark stoic men? Don't play that way. They don't use silence as a mind game. They know silence only has power if it comes from inner stability. Otherwise, it's betrayal of self. And no one woman or man respects a man who betrays himself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The same goes for silence. Don't sit there imagining what silence makes her think. Ask yourself instead, where is my silence coming from? From strength or from weakness? If it's weakness, then you're not silent at all. You're just a torn draft of silence, and a draft never shakes anyone. 2. Why women aren't affected. This is where men often fall for an illusion. If I disappear, she'll miss me. But women don't respond to absence. They respond to energy. And believe me, they're far sharper at reading energy than men. That's no accident. For tens of thousands of years, women's survival depended on their ability to read men. They had to look into a man's eyes and decide, will he bring back meat or leave me to starve in winter? That instinct didn't vanish in the iPhone era. It just updated into a modern version. Is he truly calm or only pretending, so I'll think he's strong? Take Mark. After being left, he decided to stay silent to prove he was cool. He didn't text, didn't call. But every night he stalked her Instagram stories, dissecting vague captions like a CIA analyst. Once he even posted a gym selfie with the caption, "Rise again," secretly hoping she'd see it. The problem? The whole post reeked of desperation. It wasn't strength. It was a disguised plea. Look at me. I'm trying so hard to seem okay. And women spot that instantly. Research at UCLA shows women read emotion from eyes tone and micro-expressions up to 30% more accurately than men. Meaning, even if you keep a stone face, they smell the anxiety underneath. Even if you post cheerful photos, they sense the forced energy. You might fool your buddies, but you don't fool instincts honed by evolution. Seneca once said, "A man suffers not from events, but from his judgment of them." A man drowning in pain, but layering it with "I'm fine" only looks false. And falsehood is the one scent women detect fastest. That's why when you go silent but still cling inside, she doesn't wonder. She grows more certain. In her eyes, your silence isn't a weapon, it's just a thin cover over a needy heart. And that smell of neediness is so strong that you think you're mysterious, when in fact, you're walking around with a billboard, "I haven't let go." Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look within." Within is the fountain of strength. If you're weak inside, your silence is just bad theater. And bad theater doesn't make her regret. It just makes her laugh. That's why women aren't affected by fake silence. Because they don't respond to surface actions. They respond to depth. A man who is truly calm doesn't need to prove it. A man pretending to be calm always leaks because energy doesn't lie. Picture two men in a room. One sits quietly, eyes steady, breath even. Instantly, the room has weight. Now picture another, also sitting quiet, but legs shaking, eyes darting, phone flashing in his hand. Both are silent, but one radiates stability. The other screams insecurity wrapped in shiny paper. And women with instincts older than civilization never choose the shaking chair. So the next time you think I'll go silent, she'll remember, ask yourself, are you truly silent or just mute inside your own pain? 3. The right kind of silence. Most men hear about the no-contact strategy and immediately become actors. They vanish for a few days, secretly watching to see if she panics. That kind of silence isn't discipline. It's a clumsy punishment. And the problem with punishment, it never earns respect. It only breeds irritation. The right kind of silence is entirely different. It's not, "I'll go quiet so she suffers." It's, "I have nothing left to say, nothing left to prove. I'm moving forward and my next chapter has no chair for her." Take Jason. After his breakup, He too considered the silent strategy. But in those first days, his mind still circled. Is she noticing? Does she miss me? One night, just as he reached for his phone to check her story, he stopped and asked himself, what am I really looking for? A text to soothe my ego. That question cut deep. He put the phone down, went outside, and did something simple: ran. On day 2, instead of posting a vague status, he logged his chest workout. On day 3, instead of waiting for a messenger notification, he read Epictetus. Slowly, Jason realized he wasn't silent for her eyes. He was silent because he no longer needed to prove. Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." True silence isn't a speech for her to hear. It's your life speaking for itself. You don't need cryptic captions like "new me." You're simply too busy with the new you to think of captions at all. The difference is vision. When your focus is still orbiting, her silence is just a tactic. When your vision has moved past, her silence becomes a consequence. Not vanishing to create space. Vanishing because the path you're walking no longer crosses hers. A room empty, silent. But the silence is cold, lifeless. That is fake silence. Now imagine a temple, also silent. But this silence feels weighty, sacred. The difference is inside. One is empty, the other is full. And women react precisely to that difference. They aren't drawn when you go quiet just to retaliate. They're drawn, or at least forced to wonder when you're silent, because you truly no longer need them. When your energy has shifted into your body, into your work, into yourself. That's when silence echoes. Jason, 6 months later, wasn't sitting by the phone anymore. He was too busy sleeping early, leading meetings, pushing iron. A mutual friend said, back then he stayed silent to make her worry. Now he's silent because he goes to bed at 10. Sounds funny, but that's the essence. That's real silence. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's why Jason didn't need to speak. His life had already become the proof. And you? What kind of silence are you in? Silence so she guesses, or silence because you're too busy moving forward? Silence like an empty room, or silence like a temple 4? The trap of fake growth. This is where many men get lost. They think they're evolving, but really they're just acting. You see it every day on social media: gym selfies with captions like "New chapter, new me." Posed shots with rented cars, overpriced cocktails, or vague statuses. Thanks for leaving. Now I'm stronger. That's fake growth. The problem: women spot it instantly. You don't have to say a word, your energy already says everything. That gym selfie doesn't smell like discipline. It reeks of "did you see me yet?" That cryptic status doesn't radiate maturity. It screams, "Do you regret it?" And women sniff out pretense faster than men can imagine. Face the truth if you're changing just so she notices you haven't changed. You're still orbiting her, just in a new costume. And in her eyes, that performance doesn't attract, it kills attraction. Because real men don't need to prove. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The lion's strength isn't in his roar, it's in his calm." The same with you. You don't need sweaty mirror selfies to prove discipline. If you're truly consistent, your body and your life will tell the story. Here's the bitter paradox: the more you try to prove, the more you reveal you're not enough. The more you crave approval, the more you expose dependence. And women don't need proof. They need presence. If your energy still clings, they'll know. Real attraction only shows up when you grow for yourself. When lifting, learning, building aren't about being seen, but about becoming the man you respect. Then, and only then, does your silence carry weight. Then you don't need to show off. Others will see talk, spread it for you. 5. Redirecting energy. Have you noticed? after a breakup, all your energy flows the wrong way. Wake up, think of her. Eat, think of her. Work, think of her. Can't sleep, still think of her. The fuel meant to build you has been leaking into someone already gone. Stoics don't whine about lost energy. They reallocate. The rule is simple: every ounce once poured into her must be reinvested into you. 4 fronts. No more, no less. Body. Breakup pain is raw fuel. Don't let it rot. Burn it in the gym. Training isn't just about the mirror, it makes you harder, blood sharper, brain clearer. Every drop of sweat is capital pulled from a junk stock and reinvested into your blue chip, your health. Finances. Money won't fix everything, but without it, nothing gets fixed. Use this gap to learn a skill, grow income, launch that project you shelved. Turn longing into hours studied. Turn pain into cash flow. Nothing erases the urge to stalk stories like signing a new deal. Mental discipline. Men can't rely on motivation. Motivation is wind. Routine is the engine. Wake early, read, meditate, train. Self-mastery doesn't mean no pain, it means doing despite pain. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is possible, do it. Don't ask further." Discipline is the antidote to obsession. Inner strength. You can't control her. You can't control her feelings. You can't control her choices. But you can control how you react, how you interpret events. Channel energy inward through writing, meditation, faith, if you have it. When your mind steadies, every loss becomes opportunity. And hear this, women don't miss you because you go silent. They miss when they see you've shifted. When others recognize your change, when you've become a man already in motion. The question is, will you keep leaking energy into story refreshes or reinvest it into body, money, discipline, spirit? One is stagnant water. The other is a flowing river. You choose. Conclusion. By now you see it. Fake silence only exposes weakness wearing a mask. Women aren't shaken by empty disappearance. They respond to real energy. True silence isn't about punishing. It's about having nothing left to prove. And when silence comes with action, it becomes the kind of disappearance that makes others wonder, wait, who did I just let slip away? The choice is clear. Stay stuck, dying slowly in the dark, refreshing stories, a spectator in your own life. Or choose yourself, reinvest energy, turn silence into discipline, action, foundation for rebirth. There's no middle road. You either die slow or live strong. The core message is simple: silence won't save you. Only you in discipline, in action, in evolution will save you. And I want your story. Share it so your light guides the men still stuck. If you're serious, leave just one word in the comments: victory. That's our battle cry. If this spoke to you, share it with a man who needs it, and subscribe for the journey ahead. This is the line. And you decide to cross it.